All right, so we about to recap the Dallas Cowboys draft grade. They were number 14th by Lance Zerlin. So they take in the first round Ezekiel Elliott. Y'all thought they was probably going to take Bosa from the his teammate actually from Ohio State Buckeyes. So definitely Jerry Jones can handle his ego. He handles a lot of people's egos as well as he did with Dez Bryant, when he was first there with his issues as far as, with the NFL or anything like that. So that's never a problem. So he has Ezekiel Elliott ran a 4.47 40, 6 feet, 225. So Mike Mayock said he thought he was a better runner than DeMarco Murray, and DeMarco Murray proved to have a great season when he played for the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of the scouts wanted him to have more of a faster 40 time, but as we see even in college, he wasn't ever, brought down from behind or caught from behind. So obviously he has a lot of game speed. Then in the draft, they took Jalen Smith, outside linebacker, Notre Dame, 6'1", 223. They probably say arguably probably one of the best defenders in the country, tackling machine. I call him. He has 113 tackles, 9 for loss. He won't play this season, but they're definitely, going to, rehab him, and he has to come back from the ACL and MCL that he tore. Malik Collins, they drafted him, a defensive tackle, 6'2", 311 pounds, Nebraska. They drafted a defensive end, Charles Tapper, 6'3", 271 pounds, 4.59 40. So definitely somebody that can be the pass rusher and run down the running back or anything like that. Then they got Dak Prescott, in the back or anything like that. Quarterback, 6'2", 226, 4.79 40. So again, he had got in trouble. But again, I feel like, Jerry Jones knows what he's doing as far as egos and dealing with people out the field issues. Anthony Brown, cornerback from Purdue, 5'11", 192 pounds. He runs a 4.35. The second fastest cornerback in the draft. He was a top performer in the 3-0 cone. The only other issue was they said he gave up too many touchdowns, 17 touchdowns given up. Sometimes they said, well, grab and pull and doesn't trust his technique. Aggressive. He needs to get more aggressive and willingness as a tackler. With having that speed, I think obviously the defensive coach can work on his technique, because of having that speed, it's going to be arguably, hard to beat, and just work on his technique or anything like that. Then they drafted Kevon, strong safety from Central Michigan, big tackler, 6 feet, 217 pounds. They said he has a 40-inch vertical, comes downhill looking for work, but he bites on the play action. So he definitely has to work on that if somebody does play action. Darius Jackson, they got a running back from Eastern Michigan, 4'4", 40, 41-inch vertical, 6 feet, 221, well below the average as far as vision. And they said he runs too high with this pad level. So he'd probably be something where on special teams, maybe come in on third down or something like that, give them another thing out of the backfield. Then the last pick they took was Rico Gathers, tight end, 6'6", 273. This surprised me. He hasn't played football since he was 13. He hasn't played a down in college, hasn't played in college either, or high school. He's mostly he played for Baylor. He was a power forward. So that's definitely, obviously they said he's a freak of nature. They said his body has a physique, so well sculpted. So then they got to look at, also getting Tony Romo to help. So the defensive ranks, they were 17th in the NFL overall, giving up 23.4 points per game. They ranked 5th in pass defense and 23 in rushing defense. So you can see that there was a correlation. So with giving up that many yards in the rushing, giving up that many yards in the pass game, there wasn't too many teams running on them. So they gave up 120.9 rushing yards. Their offensive ranks, they were 22nd, 27th in passing, 9th in rushing. So they had 216.9 yards, which were ranked for 27, 335.1, ranked 27th, and then 17.2 points per game, 31st in the league. So they were 30th in receiving offense. They had 8 rushing touchdowns. So their top receiver was their tight end, Jason Witten, 77. Then you had Terrence Williams and Cole Beasley at 52, tied. Then you had Darren McFadden, he was 4th. and then you had Dez Bryant with 31. So when he came back, so I think they definitely need to get Dez Bryant some help and take more pressure off of the quarterback, and also more pressure off of Dez, and allow him to get more one-on-one, and therefore they can have another playmaker for Tony Romo, who's 36. So I think if they get that, I think they can definitely be helpful as well too. There's also a receiver that lives in State College. His name is William Howe. I think he would definitely be an addition for them. The man has great hands, can run a good 40. He plays for the State College Flash, so definitely would be a free agent that you can come in and just, allow him to work out. So I think that would be something that you can put him in a slot receiver. It's actually going to help Dez Bryant. I think that would enlighten him because, he could take the pressure off for him, and a lot of teams would, he would come under the radar or anything like that. So I think Jerry Jones and the staff should take a look at, William Howe and State College Flash. He plays for them right now. Thank you.